All right, let's look at the homework 3.3, problem number 2. All right, so we need to discuss the concavity of this given function here. So let's do that. All right, so when you talk about the concavity, we need to look at the second derivative. So we're going to take derivative twice, all right? So y prime is going to be equal to, I put 3 in front, so it's going to be negative 3, and then you subtract 1 from the power, so you have x squared. Put 2 in front, 3 was already there, so that's going to be 3 times 2 is 6, and x to the first power. Derivative of negative 6 is 0, since negative 6 is a constant. All right, so take another derivative. So you have y double prime is equal to, right, 2 times negative 3 is negative 6, and subtract 1 from the power, so you have x. All right, derivative of 6x is 6. All right. Then we're going to try to set this guy equal to 0. All right. And we can factor out, let's see, we can factor out negative 6 if you want. So you have x, 6 divided by negative 6 is negative 1, is equal to 0. And which gives you that x is equal to 1, second derivative 0. All right, so we can do a number line. So draw a number line. Oops. All right, so I'm going to put a tick mark at 1 there. So it's going to be 1. All right, then we look at the sign of the second derivative. So we just need to care if it's positive or negative. All right, so we can try any sample number less than 1. So I like 0. So I'm going to try x equals 0. All right, so let's see if the second derivative is positive or negative. All right, so I'm gonna look at this one right here. All right. So if you plug in 0, you have negative 6 times negative 1 is going to be positive. So we get the positive sign for the second derivative on that interval. And after 1, so I'll probably try 2. Right? So you can see that the negative 6 times 2 minus 1 is going to be negative. So you have a negative there. Right? Which means that the original function y is going to be concave upward on this interval before 1. After 1, it's going to have a concave downward. All right, so let's type it in. All right, let's see here. All right, so you have a concave upward. I forgot that it's upward before 1. All right, so we have it's going to go from negative infinity. So let's see, symbol negative infinity to 1. All right, and then concave downward, starting from 1 to infinity. All right, so symbol here. All right, let's check the answer. All right, it came back, and looks like we got both of these guys correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.